Ever wonder what really goes on inside a highly intelligent mind? We often get this picture of someone who just has all the answers, like a walking encyclopedia. But what if I told you the real signatures of genius are way more surprising and honestly, a lot more accessible than you think? Let's dive in and unlock what they are.
So let's just ask the question straight up. What does genius actually look like out in the wild? Forget the movie characters and all the stereotypes for a minute. What are the real day-to-day habits that define a truly powerful intellect? Okay, this is where we basically flip everything we think we know on its head. The stereotype is that infallible lone wolf who knows everything, right? But the reality, well, it's someone who's deeply aware of their own limitations, someone who actually finds value in being proven wrong, and who, get this, often thrives on collaboration. So let's break down how that actually works. Our first stop is maybe the most counterintuitive habit of them all, a profound sense of humility. And we're not talking about being meek or shy here. This is about being intellectually honest and radically open. And believe me, this isn't some new idea. Socrates totally nailed it thousands of years ago. This quote just perfectly shows that the real starting point for intelligence isn't having a full cup, but having an empty one that's ready to be filled. So what exactly is intellectual humility? It's a really simple but powerful combo. First, knowing there are gaps in your knowledge. And second, this is the crucial part, being not just willing, but sometimes even excited to have those gaps exposed so you can go ahead and fill them. And here's the real game changer. The superpower isn't having an immediate answer for every single thing. It's the ability to just sit with a question, to say, you know what, I don't know, and to be completely comfortable in that space. Because that uncertainty, that's where all the genuine learning really begins. Just think about that for a second. When was the last time someone proved you wrong about something and your first reaction wasn't to get defensive, but was a genuine, oh, wow, that's fascinating? Cultivating that feeling is what this habit is all about. So, once you're cool with not knowing things, what happens next? Well, that's where our second habit comes roaring in. If humility opens the door, curiosity is the engine that drives you right through it. It's the relentless force behind every great insight and discovery. But we're not talking about some passive, casual curiosity. Oh no. This is an active, almost voracious appetite for knowledge. It's the computer programmer who suddenly gets obsessed with biology, or the artist who spends weeks reading about physics. This kind of curiosity is all about the pure desire to learn, not just the desire to look smart. And this is exactly why it's so powerful. The biggest breakthroughs, they almost never happen neatly inside one little box. Think about someone like Steve Jobs, combining calligraphy with computer interfaces. It all happens when you take an idea from one field and smash it into another. These intersections, that's where the magic really is. Which leads us perfectly to our third intellectual signature, the habit of synthesis. This is the incredible ability to take all that diverse, random-seeming information you've gathered and actually weave it into something totally new. It's all about connecting the dots. The process itself is actually pretty cool. First, you just consume widely. That's your curiosity running wild. Then, you let all those ideas just kind of marinate. You let your brain, consciously or not, start looking for patterns and links that nobody else has spotted. And then finally, you create. You combine them to form a branding idea or a totally fresh perspective. So let's be crystal clear about this. High intelligence is not about being a human hard drive that just stores a bunch of facts. It's about being a processor that connects those facts in new and interesting ways. It is an act of creation, not just recall. So how do these three habits, this humility, curiosity, and synthesis, all come together? How do they paint the picture of a truly intelligent mind? It really all comes down to this one big idea. We need to completely reframe how we think about intelligence. It is not some fixed number you're born with. It's a dynamic, active process, a set of habits that you can literally practice and get better at every single day. So let's put it all together one last time. It's a powerful cycle, right? Intellectual humility gives you the openness to learn new things. Your voracious curiosity provides the fuel for all that learning. And then creative synthesis is the engine that transforms all of that fuel into brand new insights. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. See, these aren't traits you either have or you don't. They're skills. They are practices. So looking at your own life, your own work, your own learning, which one of these signatures will you choose to actively work on first?